One of the things that people follow you for is that because they want to see and enjoy the relationship between among your family. And then the other thing is that you talk to your kids in English. And that's how I think Nong Jin and Rainy started her like English speaking, and we kind of see that this is working. Like if moms start to talk with their kids in English, that could be the best way for the kids to practice, and that's one thing that people enjoy and appreciate. And after all these years, I'm sure people come to you and ask about like how do you do it? What's the tricks and tips that you use? Tell us how, right? All the time.
I don't have really special technique, but I was so determined to speak English to them because I didn't know which school they're gonna go to.
I see.
They might go to alternative school, Thai school, or even international school. I didn't know. So I want them to be at ease to speak in different language, which is English. And I want to learn myself about it because once I used to go to high school in America, but it was a long time ago. But once I get back, I didn't get a chance to speak English at all. And it just go downhill. So I try to speak more. And my technique that I think it works for me was I used to write words in a small piece of paper and put on the wall, put on the object, put on everything around the house. Just to remind me that you have to speak English. For example, you didn't remember because you were so young. You were like 1. Actually, no, you were like 7 months or something. I used to wrote the word rice cooker on a piece of paper and put on a rice cooker. So I told her at 7 months old age that this is a rice cooker. I'm going to make rice with the rice cooker. And one day she just said rice, like rice, something like that. I was like, that works. Right. So it just to remind me to speak. That's how I work for until they were 2 or 3. It took me about 5 or 6 months for them to speak back in English.
Right.
I didn't know what I got myself into because it was so stressful, but it was worth it because they talk back in English.
And you let us watch
Peppa Pig.
Yeah.
They got British accent at the time.
So just try to make English a part of everyday life.
Yes.
And just try to, as they say, immerse ourselves in the environment.
It's like speaking Thai. The way that I teach them speaking English is the same that you teach a kid speak Thai.
Right.
What's around you, what you see in every day, you just say that in English.
So you kind of make a conscious decision to speak English with your kids. And does Thai also slip out sometimes too? And
a lot of times.
Right. And how do you feel when maybe because you wanna try to keep it like all English all the time, but when you can't help but to use some Thai words too, do you think that's okay or?
It's totally fine because I tried so hard not to speak Thai for like a week, and I was so stressed out. And I even
that's too stressful.
Took it out on Pewing too. Like, so stressed.
Right.
You know, it's so sad because English is not our first language. Even for Pewing, we speak Thai a lot and we think in Thai. So it's too hard for us. I mean, for me.
Yeah, it feels like a task.
To think, like to speak 100% English for a week.
Right.
And then I told Pewing, I'm done. Just too much.
Yeah.
If I don't know, I don't know. I'm going to get back to them. But no, nothing that's not too much. Like I took things a lot easier. I mean, I wasn't being too hard on myself. That's what I'm going to say.
Right.
Because at the time I was so hard on myself. And you know, when you were a new mom, you want everything to be perfect. No more I mean, no screen time, no TV before 2 years old.
Yeah.
But when you have a second child, it's different. I mean, you're more relaxed, and you think that it's not like a serious thing that you cannot do it. So if I can turn back time, I'm not gonna be that stressed about that, about like 100%.
So if you're being too strict, it would, of course, affect your
Relationship.
mentality and relationship and the vibe. Maybe it's not gonna be 100% effective, but it would be more fun. And I think fun is very important when it comes to like spending time together or learning. Yeah, we don't have to be that strict. Yeah, I also kind of learned it the hard way too, because I used to be a little bit like you a long time ago, that we have to like put it all out like 100%. But no, it's not fun that way. Yeah.
It didn't. I thought that they will speak English back to me in like a month, which is totally not true. It didn't happen like that. It took like 5, 6, or even 8 months.
Right.
Especially for Rainy, it took her 8 months to talk back or to speak back in English. I was so tired at the time, but Pi Weng say, that's okay. She can speak ภาษาลาวภาษาไทยภาษาอะไร whatever. But as long as she understand you, that's fine. Just relax because you scare me.
พี่เหวี่ยงเริ่มกลัว
ใจน่ากลัวมากอ่ะไม่ต้องเครียดพูดภาษาอะไรก็ได้ให้เข้าใจ so that's how I come to my senses. Okay.
And I think she's like it's gonna be more fun and more relaxed when you don't feel like you have to be a certain way all the time. You just be yourself, but just make your best effort to do what you want, like to try to speak English. If you can, you can. That's okay too, right?
Yeah. And it's for Rainy, it's easier for her to learn English when we cook. She like cooking, she like baking at the time, so we try to make something together, bake cakes or make some dessert in English, and that's how she learned. And she learned faster. I mean, once she speak, she learned a lot faster because Jin speak English to her too, not only me.
It doesn't feel like studying, or it doesn't feel like learning all the time. It's just having fun and hanging out. And I think that's the best kind of atmosphere to make someone feel comfortable enough to just learn by like living, I think. Yeah. Okay. Oh, nice. So you mentioned viewing before, and we have heard about the technique called one person, one language, or one parent, one language, where only mom or dad speak only one language to the kids so they don't get confused. Do you use that technique too? And does it work?
I used to use that for a week.
Okay.
As I said.
Yeah.
And it was too stressful, so I stopped using that. I just because a lot of things I don't know in English. For example, like if I want to teach them about สวดมนต์ it's hard to teach them about that. When I was so angry, when you're so angry, you just think in Thai, you speak Thai. So
there's no time for translation now.
Yes, in your mind.
Yeah.
So I try my best though, but sometimes I didn't know some words. So I told Jean or Rainy, I don't know this in English. I will get back to you when I know. But they didn't. You didn't remember. They didn't remember. But I try to get back to them when I know. So that it's okay for me. Okay for them.